Hey guys, good to see you. Today we are answering a very important question, and that is, can you be saved without Jesus, or is Jesus the only way to be saved? Man, there are so many scriptures on this, it's hard to get to just one. And so I'm going to give you one, but I encourage you to continue to look in the Bible. There's so many scriptures that show us that Jesus is the only way to be saved. In fact, this whole Bible testifies to Jesus Christ. You can see Jesus in literally every chapter in the Bible, pretty much many of the verses, almost every verse in the Bible, you can see Jesus. And so I've got a little sun in my eyes today, so forgive me squinting a little bit, but I'm going to read one verse that sums up perfectly that Jesus is the only way. And that verse is John 14, verse 6. John 14, 6. Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. And verse 7 says, if ye had known me, ye should have known my Father also. And from henceforth ye know him and have seen him. Jesus is saying, if you know me, you know God. And if you see me, you've seen God. This is what makes so much of the book of John especially so surreal, because he is fighting with the Pharisees, these very religious Jews who are looking for the Messiah, and they're looking at the Messiah, they're looking at Jesus, and they're fighting and going through all of these issues because they're arrogant and they're stubborn and they can't see that he is literally in front of them. And it's just visually something that's hard to imagine happening, that God in the flesh was there in front of them, and they're chastising and they hate him because he's healing people. It's just unbelievable. But you know what? What happened there in Bible times is still happening today. Many people teach doctrine or religion that you can be saved without Jesus, that you can go to heaven without Jesus, that Jesus is one path of many. And there's a lot of religions teach this idea that Jesus was a prophet and a wise man. I think Islam teaches that. Or they don't dispute that Jesus lived, but that he is not the Christ. And that's, I think, what the Jewish religion believes. And you go on and on. And yet the Bible testifies to this so clearly. You know, in my Bible, my King James Bible, I've got black text in here. It signifies the text of the writer. And then I've got red text, which signifies the writing of Jesus. So there's a lot of red text in here of Jesus Christ in the book of John, speaking of himself as God. I mean, even in the next chapter, John 15, I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth, that it may bring forth more fruit. Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. Verse 4, abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine. No more can ye, except ye abide in me. I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me ye can do nothing. Jesus is saying that this is a symbiotic relationship. In order to be godly, in order to have God, in order to have entrance into his heaven, in order to have the Spirit on you here on earth, there is the vine and the branch. And you need to abide in him in that relationship in order to do anything for him. And so the first thing you need to do is be saved. And the only way that you can be saved is by accepting Jesus Christ as Savior and Lord. There is no other way. The gospel is so complex. Theologians and experts and academics could spend their entire life trying to think about it and not fully be able to understand it. And it's so simple that a child, a little 4 or 5 year old child, can explain it and be saved. I believe that. And that's the amazing magnitude of what God's done here through Jesus Christ on the cross. And so Jesus is the only way. I gave you a few verses, but the Bible is loaded with them. So continue to research it and understand. Stand your ground if people ask or try to say that there's another way to heaven, there's another way to God beyond Jesus. That is not true. Jesus is God, and he is God in the flesh, and he is the one that we see God through. When we see him, that's our way of seeing God, and that is our entry point into heaven. That's how you're saved, and that's how you should live your life. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk again soon. Take care.